Good day to you, welcome, and talking really. A story here which gives me a big chance to tell you about some merchandise I have. You can see on the screen there, Just Use Oil. It's a t-shirt and a mug that you can buy, and you can go on to andywrightshop.co.uk, andywrightshop.co.uk, and make a purchase there for a lovely t-shirt or a mug. And it's quite appropriate really, because the story is about Just Stop Oil, the group of people who think that stopping using oil is something that we should do, despite them having wax jackets, plastic jackets, travelling on trains and various other products that they use. They think that we should not use oil. Yeah, and they are very well known around the country for annoying road users, because they just sit in the middle of the road and they won't move, and the police will do nothing about it because they just don't bother. So it's up to the motorists to move them, and then of course the motorist gets arrested. So this organisation really is breaking the law. And here is an example of them breaking the law, because as far as I know, this is a criminal act. So Stonehenge has been covered in powder paint by Just Stop Oil. What Stonehenge has to do with oil and the various methods they want to implement to stop you from using oil, I have no idea. But certainly this is criminal damage, as far as I know. And I hope that they got arrested, because these people have no boundaries. Of course, it is summer solstice today, 21st of June, and it's the longest day. And luckily for us, we've been allowed to have some sun. It's a lovely day. I've just come back from filming some videos in Frome, Somerset. So Frome in Somerset, lovely town, small town. It had a lot to offer, and obviously it's such a lovely sunny day today. I mean, it's 20 plus degrees at the moment and barely cloudy, but there is some clouds, but it's not the usual sort of clouds that we normally get. But Stonehenge obviously would have been, this morning, sunrise would have been chocker with people going down there for the summer solstice. So this obviously happened just before the summer solstice, and it's reported by BBC. Well, you can sort of ignore that. So they did it 12 o'clock British Summer Time on Wednesday. I don't know how they got near it though. That's what's puzzling me, because there are barriers, and you're not actually allowed, especially at 12 o'clock, you would not be allowed to be anywhere near them. You can actually book a special trip that allows you to go near the stones, but they generally are early morning, very, very, very early before they open. But this obviously happened midday. Obviously it's the day before the summer solstice, and it's a 5,000-year-old landmark, allegedly. So they have confirmed that 2 people have been arrested on suspicion of damaging, so criminal damage. And they're trying to make out the orange powder paint was corn flour, and it would wash away with rain. Still criminal damage. So these people should know better, but obviously there's a 21-year-old and a 73-year-old. So they should both know better. Obviously everybody thinks that this is a disgraceful act of vandalism. And members of the public were heard shouting, "No!" and seen running to intervene. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. So the stones are a testament to people's desires to connect to nature. And obviously there's a lot of stuff that we don't know about it. Obviously it was refurbished in the 1950s and 60s, because a lot of the stones had fallen over, and of course it was revamped, and they did some excavating and going around and searching, and of course now they have closed the road I think it was the A360 that went down past the stones. They've closed that, and it's now just the A303. And of course there is talk about that being removed or redirected, maybe a tunnel, but obviously they've been talking about that for 20 years, so yes, it's probably never going to happen. It's all down to money, isn't it? But yes, they've got this publicity, and of course it's something that they're doing. I have no idea why they want to do it, but I was saying that the spokesperson said continuing to burn coal, oil and gas will result in the deaths of millions. We have come together to defend humanity, or we risk everything. Sorry, but you don't need to defend me, because you have to go over. I bet you wouldn't go to China, who are building coal-fired, coal-fired electricity generators, and lots of countries around the world have these, including India, and they're not dismantling them; they're making new ones. So I bet they don't go over there and complain. But we are actually a small country, and obviously the fallacy about using coal and oil and gas. There's a whole raft of stuff I could tell you about that. But these people, they go on their bikes with rubber tyres and making of the framework of it metal. They have to use furnaces to make them. They have their jackets, which are polyester probably, and their raincoats and hats and things. All of these things are made out of oil. I bet they have all that stuff, and they obviously go on trains, and because they certainly don't walk there. And they got shoes as well, which are obviously man-made. So they are like, just being very silly about it. So it's quite a big story. And of course, it's obviously something that is in the BBC. Yeah. So yes, just stop oil, just use oil. Just use oil, I think is the proper term. Oh, and by the way, if you'd like to order a t-shirt or a mug, then this is the actual product, the Just Use Oil. So if you're interested, click on the link in the andywrightshop.co.uk, go on there and click on that link, and it will take you to the Spring website portal where you can order your size, and if you want to order a mug as well, then there are some other details here. This is the mug and the t-shirt. So thank you for watching, and I'll catch you next time.